Alrighty then, hello all, welcome to the Starlighter broadcast. My name is Danny, and today I'm gonna be bringing you this game, Valiance. I hope I pronounced it right. I think it's either Valiance or Valiance. I'm not sure on the pronunciations or anything, but I can tell you that on the other side there's Red Reserve and, well, I think it's gonna be quite an interesting matchup, to be honest. These are, I'd say, relatively even teams in this sort of scenario. Red Reserve, bit on the sort of rise here. But, yeah, I mean, Mirage is quite a good map also for the Serbian side. And I'm hoping to see a quite interesting matchup here between the two. Well, let us see, shall we? Knife round? Well, that won by the Serbian side, and now Red Reserve starting on the T side, investing in full armors, except for loans from DGL. Has got the P250, smoke and flash as well. Not the best looking setup here, I'd say, for the CT side team, but look at this. Emmy, he's in a very good position to be throwing that flash, and the problem is, though, they're probably not going to be seeing a lot of action towards the B part of the map, because Red Reserve, they're taking some mid control right here, and looks like this is going to be just a good old-fashioned rush here on the bomb site. We are seeing a smoke being deployed, blessing the first man in, spawning out. Joxic should get the frag, and so he will. Nino, do not even expecting it, and look at this. The Swedes are already taking bombs in control. Emmy and Hunter, they're back, but I think they're a bit too late now. Emmy, yes. A couple nice taps coming in. 2 taps, if you will. The flash was actually pretty effective on the DGL. He's got another one. And try to pop it in, then that's again a very successful flash. Emmy picks up another frag. This is looking very good for, I must admit, for the Serbian side. Hunter should be picking up that frag, picks it up, knows where Relax is at. Will win the clutch as well. Hunter, he's definitely got the genes of his cousin Nico, and so he'll claim the round.
Counter-terrorists win.
Nice. Very good retake. Very good retake indeed. I mean, mistakes were made from Red Reserve. I honestly don't blame them. Killing the guy in default and the bomb planter. Sure, why not? It can happen. Emmy picks up the frags, but from that point onward, Red Reserve, they shouldn't be losing that one. I mean, you got a guy in Tetris. He should back away to, I don't know, somewhere in Ram. That's a safe position to be in Tetris. Not the best of positions to be in. The guy in Apps also not that bad for him, but some questionable positions, I'd say. Well, not positions, peaks to be exact on the Red Reserve side. Overcommitting? Yeah, I definitely could say that. Like, no, down here towards middle. Should have been picking up a couple of frags, especially with him being with the M44. That's a good weapon. Red Reserve haven't found, I must admit, a lot of success so far. But they are trying to take middle, understandably so. Quite risky with the pistols, and sometimes the CT side could actually go for some wacky push, try to actually kill the guys in top mid. Especially when they know that the opposition, probably Nico, maybe even a force spy, they'll definitely try to take the challenge. Like, let you know, he has been challenging this part of the map in particular. Like from connector, he's peeking middle, he's peeking short. Quite risky. It could definitely be quite risky. But the fact that he's also got a teammate backing him up from short, that is not that bad. But yes, DGL will get that frag. But that's the thing, right? You know, you might be peeking, but you still got to be careful, you know, because top mid has got quite a lot of angles to be exact. And not only that, you know, he swung out wide. There could have been still a guy in underpass. He might just be that quick enough to get a frag, and so Letney gets taken down in the process. It's now a 4 versus 4. Looking a bit better for Red Reserve, but the thing is, though, they're running quite low in time. They're gonna have to commit here at this point. Hunter, he's expecting the play to come in and should be picking up at least a couple frag, or Emmy. Yes, or maybe Emmy might be getting all of them, but now Hunter is gonna finish off the round. Pretty decent round, I'd say, for Red Reserve, all things considering. The fact that it wasn't a full-on investment means that, well, they killed 2 people. That's not bad. And so Red Reserve, because of their bomb plan in the very first pistol round, they're in fact able to make the investment. 5 AK-47s being purchased, as well as the smokes and the Molotov onto DGL. So Valiance. Okay. I was thinking maybe Valiance might actually try to take some sort of mid control, but I think they're kind of reading the situation relatively well, because at Red Reserve, they have gone for the buy. They have gone for the investment. That is looking pretty good for them at this point. And DGL, that's a lot of smokes being already deployed. Yes, he's gonna cut off. No, he's not! Hunter somehow swings around, picks up the frag. And now Valiance, this is not looking too good for them in this round. I mean, Hunter, yeah, he gets that frag, but the rest of the Red Reserve were very successful at pushing A, and this is pretty much it at this point. I mean, Hunter, yes, he's got the kit, he's got the weapon as well, but he just doesn't have the HP. Saving? Completely understand from his point of view. Try to go for the save. Keep that going to the next round. But in this round, pretty much impossible. But how is he able to, like, get the frag on this short? That was so confusing. He was looking underpass. He definitely realized there was someone shooting him from middle, peeks around, well, swings around, gets the kill. But the defense, you know, from the Valiant side didn't somehow stay up to par. Yes, we saw one player on top of here. He was above Shadow. With the UMP, picks up a frag. Oh, Hunter's gonna drop dead. That's not very good. That's not very good for the Valiance side. But it looked like it should kind of go in the favor of Valiance in that round. The fact that Red Reserve, I think they only had one smoke and a Molotov in hand. You're kind of thinking, well, they don't have a lot of utility to actually explode onto the site, but it did work out for them. That's pretty cool. Well, KK Connor, I hope that suits you more than this good old-fashioned game of CS. CS can also be exciting, and it can also make you pull out your hair. Understandably so. Especially if you're rooting for, I don't know, at this point maybe Valiance, because you're or even Red Reserve in that pistol round. I mean, games of Counter-Strike can be exciting. And so, Valiance, I think they're going to try to make this round exciting themselves. I mean, they're going for the 4 spy. We are seeing Joxic with an AWP. Not that bad of a weapon, especially the angle he's holding right now. The fact that he's got quite a lot of control means that he can actually be the only player onto the bomb side. That's not a bad spot for him, definitely not. But even he's gonna back away. I mean, look at this. I mean, Emmy, Letney's playing a very good anti-flash position, as well as watching kind of underpass right there. Emmy's not gonna be seeing, I think, any sort of action. And pretty much at this point, I think Red Reserve is just gonna get ready. I think they're actually gonna try to go for a good old faction execute. Yes, they're throwing the smokes, they're throwing the flashes. Molotovs as well should be coming out, at least, you know, trying to get rid of positions like underpass. And no, oh, they do Molotov out. That's pretty good. Emmy still gets the frag, but it's pretty much a Red Reserve all over the place. Pleasant, not a bad spot for him, but he's not gonna be able to accomplish anything as if Alliance are, well, thinking about going for this. I mean, yes, Hunter's gonna be getting the frag. Letney as well in a pretty good spot, you could say. But as he jumps down, I think he might make noise, and I think the Apps player might... Oh, no, I don't think the Apps player is gonna hear it. And I don't think Letney's gonna go for this one. I think Letney's gonna try to save the MP. Maybe, if he's gonna get lucky, some terrorist player might be thinking, oh, looks like they're saving. I'm gonna try to go for the hunt, and Letney might just be able to salvage an AK-47, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be the case. Oh, it might. Ooh, that's quite unlucky. Looked like he had the shot. Hunter. Ooh, yes. Don't repeat that scenario. Definitely don't repeat. You sought out the player. Probably not going to be winning that duel. AK-47 against a 5.7. And so, because they weren't able to save anything in this round, Valiance, they're just gonna have to rock with the pistols. Looks like Hunter, yeah, he saved the 5.7, but that's about it. The rest of the squad, they're just gonna go for a good old-fashioned eco, wait for the eco to be over, and then we're gonna be seeing a, I'd say, a formidable investment, right? I think they could actually have an AWP in their hands. If they still able to get a couple kills here with the USPs, that could definitely be a possibility. Otherwise, maybe not so much. DGL's been soften up a bit. You know, he's in a pretty good spot, you could say, but I think he's gonna be able to get the frag quick enough, and that Molotov actually reaches him somehow. I think they were expecting a player in default, but definitely not in the position Nino was at, but it is still effective Molotov. That's, yeah, that's pretty much the round for Red Reserve. There's nothing more the Valiance side can do at this point. Ooh. pretty effective though. Yeah, I mean, Valiance can't really do much at this point. It's pretty much gone this round, it is. Trying to maybe get out a couple weapons out of this, it wouldn't be that bad. But still, like, we are gonna be seeing the investment. It's not gonna be that big of an issue, but Joxic, I mean, some of the USPs have done significant work. You know, Relax is only 1 point of health, and DGL is only on 8. And Emmy, if he's actually gonna get lucky enough. Oh no, that's a blessing coming in. There's no way the AK-47 is gonna be using attack, dude. As well, like I said, Valiance, they're gonna be going for the investment. We are seeing the rifles being purchased. And they're gonna try to put them into good use this round. No WP, as I said, I mean, if they want to make the purchase of a sniper rifle, they still need to get at least 1 frag with one of those USPs. And yeah, then they could go glass cannon up, but even so, I don't think there's really much need to go glass cannon. The op hasn't really been that useful for Valiance, at least not now. They're gonna try to use the rifles, and gonna try to use the rifles the best way they can. They're gonna try to go for early aggression, though. I wonder was the deep smoke thrown out by Valiance in that round? If it was, that's actually a pretty good smoke, I must say. They were able to clear out ramp. They see, well, looks like ramp is kind of empty though. But they're still gonna hold that part of the map because it's actually quite crucial for the Seeds to be holding its very good position, like Renino right now. He still drops, yes, the bomb carrier. He has been dropped, but I think, yeah, right at this point, Valiance no. This is gonna be an A-bomb site hit. Pleasant. He's gonna try the bomb. Bomb will be planted. Joxic can't really peek through the smoke. There's not a single gap here, but Emmy's in a pretty good position. Must not stay too long here or things could get tricky, but look at this. The city side is going for the retake. I think it's going to be quite the successful one. They don't have a death kit, which is a bit dissatisfying, but if they get the kills quick enough, it may not be needed now. Hunter up against Batten, and Hunter is going to win it. And still enough time for the defusal of the bomb. 1 versus 2. Pretty good stuff here for Hunter, and of course, for the city side team.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
I think most of us could have agreed that this is probably going to be a close affair. And actually, you can take a look at the odds right now. 51% for Valiance and 49% for Red Reserve. Kind of edging out Red Reserve, but not in the most sort of case. Oh, okay. They're changing up the pace here. Pretty good job here to change it. Oh, that's okay. Guess it kind of works. We saw one of the players up in window. I think that's Nino trying to block the smoke. It was blocked, but it still lands in window, so to speak. There's still a huge gap in this window, so it's not that big of an issue. Hunter though, spotting out another guy, gets a kill. Looks like Hunter's gonna be having quite the good game here on Mirage. Already stepping up massively for his team. I'd say that it's some of his members. So okay, Joxic. Now he's coming into the play. Is also having quite a good game. But I must admit, Red Reserve, I honestly, that was not the most luckiest of rounds. Yes, we saw the guys die there towards underpass. I guess you could say that was quite dissatisfying. I mean, they do get killed by Hunter. And that 3 versus 5, I mean, there's really nothing more they can kind of do. We saw the 2 guys push up ramp, and even that wasn't that successful. Like, they get gunned down by a lonesome UMP of all weapons. So that round, I guess we could all agree, was more than a failure for Red Reserve. That was a big failure. But you get to learn from your mistakes, and I think Red Reserve is going to be having a much better plan in the next round. As in a round like this, looks like it's a partial buy more than anything. So they're probably not going to try to accomplish anything too much. Going to probably check out the defense at B. I mean, they gotta do something at this point. Like, they haven't really contested B, and now they're gonna try to push out, see how the defense is holding up, and see if that push is gonna be of any success. Red Reserve are making their way. Emmy though picks up 1 frag, picks up another as well. But Red Reserve, they already onto the side, and so the defense crumbles at this point. Joxic with the USPS, still with the LWP, but yes, he gets gunned down. And so Red Reserve bomb plan is imminent at this point. And so far so good. So far so good for the Swedish side. DGL is not in a very good position, but he knows there's a guy up in short. Should maybe try to kill him first. He is the low HP guy, but there's Nino. Very good timing there for Nino to peek out at the possibly best possible timing at that point. He goes for the peek, spots out DGL, who tries to go for the frag on the short, and so wins the round for his team. So overall, that's not a bad round for Red Reserve. They try to test out the B side waters, see how that defense is holding up. It was not the best of defense there from Valiance, I will admit. They are able to break through the site, Red Reserve. They're able to plant the bomb as well. And well, I think Red Reserve, if they got a plan in there at this round at this point, I think that plan is maybe going to try to hit the B bomb site. Maybe not as fast as they did previously, but I think that's going to be the name of the game in this round. At least, that's what I would say. But the one, I'd say, the satisfying factor has been for Red Reserve middle. Like, mid presence for Valiance has been pretty much good every single time. Red Reserve haven't really been able to acquire that mid present as good as they might have thought. Let me though. Well, Hunter was successful at peeking underpass, but I will say, let me not so much. Not even a flash nor nothing. I think Hunter at this point, yes, they post up here towards the middle. He's gonna have to be the man to get the frag. He's in a good position to do so. I honestly don't think a player like Relaxas, in fact, watching mid, to be precise. He's watching connector. He goes in for the play, the flash. If it would have been thrown out a bit quicker, I think it would have been a bit more effective, but now bad. And he's stuck here towards middle. He's gonna get killed by Hunter in the process. This, yeah, it's not looking so good for Red Reserve. It looked good when they get the kill in underpass, but so far, so good for Valiance. There we go. Hunter again picks up the frag. Pleasant, he's gonna have to step up to the play. Picks up a frag, could actually go for Emmy as he is low in HP. There we go. Pleasant. Nicely done by him, and Freddy kills the window player. This is now very doable for Red Reserve. Pleasant, yeah, he spots out the player. He knows that, well, he's in kitchen. Let him stay there. We're just gonna go towards A and plant the bomb. Except that Freddy is taking quite a lot of time, and Nino hasn't really... Yeah, now Nino knows. He was maybe thinking there could be a player in short, but yes, now it's confirmed. It is a Nino gonna go for the play, but Pleasant's angle way too much to handle. I mean, talk about explosiveness, like Hunter on the CD side doing such a good job at this point. We saw Litton kind of screw up there. If that would have been, per se, a jiggle peek from his point of view, I think, yes, he gets the intel. Someone maybe fires off a couple of shots. He can back away at that point. He's got still a player up in window and Hunter towards short. But when he dies, then Hunter tries to pick up the slack. He tries to actually... he's, I think, expecting some sort of mid-aggression from the Red Reserve side. And so he goes towards top mid. Is able to pick up a couple frags. I think one. One of his teammates does help him out, but... in the process, like, Valiance is able to get 2 kills in middle. That is absolutely great for the Serbian team. Not so much for Red Reserve. I will admit, they kind of do screw up, and now, well, Hunter's out of the equation. Maybe Red Reserve is going to be having a better time, but no. That is the bomb also being dropped. I think now Valiance is actually going to have to go for a full-on rotate, but there's still Nino in apps, which is quite interesting to see. I don't think Joxic is going to be able to pull this one out of the hat. He's gonna have to be a bit lucky, and once he fires off the shot with his sniper rifle, I think that's Freddy Frog close by the window. Molotov in kitchen. Yeah, this isn't looking like a very good round for Valiance at this point. If you take a look at Joxic's POV, like, he's expecting an overpeak. He wants someone from the Swedish side to peek, and they're gonna try to go for this bomb. It's very weird to say this the least. Like, Nino peeks in and he gets taken down already, so Joxic, he has to go for the save at this point. I think Freddy, he might just get the timing just right. He's gonna go for the hunt. He's gonna spot out Joxic and get the kill as well. Some weird, I'll be honest with you, completely weird positioning and sort of a thought process from Valiance. I do get the fact that, you know, Joxic, he's gonna try to You know, he's holding the angle from the kitchen window, trying to get a frag. He's expecting from one of the red reserve players to peek through and try to get the kill. And so make the retake a bit more doable, 2 versus 2. But that just didn't happen. And Jox, you know, he's got the CZ. He's got the armor as well. He knows his team is going to have to save. So why does he go for the peek there through kitchen? That was quite weird, especially if Joxic wasn't even with him at that point. I suppose you could say, well, he's only got the CZ. If he ends up dying, that's not that bad. I guess you could also look at it that way. But still, the problem is no AWP being saved. So Valiance, I don't think if they're going to be able to accomplish much with the pistols. Yes, this is a bit of a stack here towards A, but yes, Pleasant spawning out too. Well, Hunter Joxic not doing too bad, I will admit. But this round is pretty much over from the get-go. Relax it and go. Cleaning things up, and Red Reserve claimed their 6th. Now, so the push is going to be happening. Red Reserve is going for the play here. Batten is holding up. Very nicely done by Red Reserve. Again, this very simple play from their point of view. Hunter, though. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good spray. You could say he kind of whiffs it in the middle, but it does work out in the end. He is able to get the frag, but Red Reserve is... Yeah, I mean... Okay, relax. Okay, relax. I'm missing the shot. Now, Emmy... Still, I think he's going to end up maybe even saving it at this point, but... Again, Red Reserve, they barely use any utility. They barely use any utility and then commit to the push, and it kind of works out for them. Valiance just not having anything on the A side. As far as it goes on defending, the A bomb side has been kind of the kryptonite. And that's the thing, one of the more crucial rounds, right? Some of the more crucial rounds have been lost on that A bomb side. We saw some decent plays from Valiance, if you do recall. We saw that ramp push with a deep smoke towards ramp. That wasn't that bad. Yes, there were trades. A 3 versus 3 still looking quite good for the CT side. But in the end, I mean, the A bomb side, something's got to change. Something definitely has got to change. Maybe they need an AWP being posted up towards A, or at least towards window. Once they do have the op, maybe the jungle player could actually get a couple of frags if possible. If they're not going to be changing anything too much, Valiance, they might have to just say ta-ta to their CT side coming out on top more than 7 rounds. 8 would be nice, but the fact that we have still 3 more rounds to play here, and Valiance already not a very good looking buy, I think Red Reserve is going to probably claim victory in the numbers game of the first half. I guess you could say they're putting more eggs on the A bomb side basket, Valiance, which is kind of good to see. This could work out for them, and Red Reserve do end up pushing A, but the problem is, I don't think that's what Red Reserve is trying to do right now. Again, they're not actually taking up middle. They're going to be finding a bit more success than in the previous rounds because of Valiance. They're only on the pistols, and yes, Emmy has got the M4. He is nowhere near towards middle. Hunter, yes, relaxes, spots out the leg of Nino. And now Valiance are going to have to try to hold this one off. Letney's not in the bad spot. He's actually able to get the frag, but that's about it. Emmy, I think he's now going to think about saving at this point. If he does, well, he's going to be having an AK-4 out of an M4 in the next round, but that will not be the case. Red Reserve, they claim the round, and so Valiance, they still have 2 more rounds to play with here on the CT side. What would be nice to see? Well, I guess we could say that Valiance, the one thing that has really been working out for them is the mid play, the mid push. it's been Hunter really doing most of the heavy work towards middle, and I think they gotta just let him loose. Like, Hunter, where do you want to push this round? If say Hunter decides to push middle, have a couple more guys push up middle, then they might actually get the early frags going. And well, Hunter's not going to be going for any sort of push. He will be holding just towards middle. It's in fact joxing towards short. The fact that they change up the positions right here, I think it's kind of telling that maybe Red Reserve might be expecting Hunter to be from short. They may not expect it to be from window. If he is in window, he might just go for some sort of wacky play, maybe try to jump out window, get the timings right. And of course, him being up in window, not towards the B side, means that he can rotate a bit more quicker towards A or the B sides. Okay, that's a pretty good angle from Pleasant. Batten is here to help him out. Good flash coming in. But Hunter is still careful. He doesn't really want to peek in just yet, but the smoke, yeah. The smoke means that he's gonna have to back away from window and position himself in a better spot. Emby at this point, he must not die. If he ends up dying, this would really be the deal breaker for Valiance at this round. You could say a lot of this is just riding on the players not dying, but Nino now is gonna go in first. Hunter's gonna drop dead. Relaxa, yes, he spots out the short guy, and this is over for Valiance in this round. They end up getting completely destroyed. Yeah, I mean, these connector pushes from Red Reserve, they have been quite successful. They have been quite successful indeed. But of Alliance, that's one thing that also bothers me. They haven't really been contesting mid as they used to before. They haven't been looking so hot when it comes to controlling middle. You know, they've been pushing up top mid, they've been having players go underpass as well, but that's just gone at this point. And this round as well, they've completely abandoned middle. It looks like they're kind of afraid of Red Reserve to be going for the plays. As they're going to be playing a bit more passively, to be exactly in a way, a bit more of the default style. Okay, that is not a good frag. That is not a good frag for Valiance. That is definitely not the start they were looking for. And Red Reserve, that is a good shot from Relaxa though, I will admit. At this point, Red Reserve about everything they want to actually commit to the B bomb side hit, but I think they're gonna wait just yet. They don't have to overcommit. They're gonna try to clear out, I think, underpass one more time before they go for set push. Freddy's still lurking around here towards T-spawn. But I think when the time is right, Red Reserve, they're definitely gonna go for the play. They're gonna go for the push. If they're still trying to use the very last bits of utility for Valiance, I think that could be the case. Nito, though, he peeks in, but yeah, he's kind of stuck there in underpass. There's no way he's surviving that. I think that time is right. Red Reserve, they're gonna have to go for the play. Looks like a couple guys will be coming from B apps. And the rest, looks like they will be coming from short. This is looking like a pretty good setup though, but the B apps guys must not die. That's also the bomb in that position, so if the bomb gets dropped, this could get risky here. Relaxa, he does survive, but like I said, the bomb is actually dropped. Now Letney's gonna have to hold. He will be picking up his second into the round, and now Freddy only 10 points of health. Joxy's gonna win it. And yeah, that's not the best of rounds for Red Reserve. Like I said, they gotta wait. The B apps players, they have to wait for the guys from show to come in a bit quicker. If the bomb gets dropped so early, things could just, things could pretty much go down south from there. Okay, overall, Valiance is able to claim, what, 6 rounds? That isn't that bad, you could say. The start that they had was pretty good. It's just that the late game, they kind of struggled quite a bit. And the fact that, yeah, they're able to win that last round, that was still a clutch scenario. I mean, to make things even better, I mean, they got to start off from the pistol round. Yes, if they win the pistol round, I think we could actually see a pretty good game still upon us. Pistol round, and after that, I wonder which could be the team to claim the gun round. Most interestingly enough, we are seeing a deal being purchased by Letney and of decent lack of armors in this round for Valiance. They're going to try to rely on the utility. The smoke's being popped out there on the A side. They're going to go for the push. Will they expect someone to come out from connector? Pleasant's about to peek. Yes, he kills Letney, but this is pretty much obvious. This is an A side hit. Pleasant, though, tapping away. They don't check short. Nino is now up against Bree, and, well, he's with the P250 in his hand, and he still has time to work with it, but I think this is the end here for the player in this round. 1 versus Bree. Nino kind of stuck there on the side. Committing the plan? Maybe. But it's not going to be easy. Yes, Red Reserve claimed the round. That was not bad, I guess you could say, from Valiance. That was really not that bad. I have been seeing a lot of teams more often than not actually just keep on going for the A split on the first round. It has been quite effective for most teams, we could say. I think the one biggest of issues for the play that Valiance did, they didn't have a smoke for connector. Right? Most teams will be throwing a connector smoke because if they do end up throwing the connector smoke, the guys from short just wouldn't be able to tap down anyone that's enclosing onto the side trying to plant the bomb. That would have been ideal smoke to throw in for Valiance, but they didn't. Yes, they had 2 players with smokes, but I think those smokes probably landed towards, I think, CT and maybe jungle? Really, yeah, they really need the smoke right here. I think you can actually throw one towards, from top mid, if I recall correctly. Yes, Valiance now on a bit of a force bind this round. Looks like they're going to go for a similar play, except where is the smoke going to land? I'm still not quite sure. That's the bomb also being dropped in connector. Not a very good spot to be dropped at. Relaxa, yes, picks up a frag. Goes with the 180. Joxic simply runs out of bullets. And what I can tell you is Reserve. Bottom, you gotta be a bit careful with the UMP spray down. Moving, like, strafing left and right is not going to be that easy. Flash is coming in. Not the most effective of flash. Not that necessary, but yes, Red Reserve are able to win this one. I did like that, I did like that from Valiance. It wasn't that bad of an idea. They also had a guy in short, not quite sure how he ended up there. But that's actually pretty neat. I'd still say they still kind of need that connector smoke. Like, you saw a guy there towards connector, just spraying down too. And also the guy in jungle, also doing a very good job. And now, around like this. Yeah, Valiance, I mean, it would be nice to actually see them maybe regroup. Like, even 5 players, maybe try to just rush out somewhere quickly and plant the bomb. Otherwise, I think Relax and Co. is just going to be getting some of those eco frags at this point. Yes, let the MP9s, let the SMGs just run loose. And just try to get those kills left, right, and center. It's easy to get the eco frags, and of course, with eco frags, you can also always pad those stats. It's all about the stat padding game. Valiance, though, yeah, I mean, they don't have anything to lose at this point but the round. So it looks like they're just going to try to maybe regroup here, slowly but surely towards a ramp, continue on with the push from then, and maybe plant the bomb, but I just don't think that's going to be a possibility. 2 guys on the side. They did rotate 1 player onto towards B, so I guess entering could be a bit easier, but that doesn't say much. Still 2 players fully armed. And as well, winning the round for the team. Nice. Nicely done. Of course, it's not over. It's not over just yet. As we are going to be seeing Valiance on the gun round. They still have a possibility to maybe edge this one out if possible. But so far, I mean, it's really going to rely to the rifles doing most of the heavy lifting. But this is kind of weird. Valiance, they've actually purchased up a decent amount of utility. They got the players in apps that do have the smokes, but they're just going to go pushing through. They peer on through. They push on through. And there comes in the late smokes. Not, yeah, there's quite a huge gap in that smoke, but it does work out so far. They're able to take the A-bomb side on the back of them being so quick, and the ramp players just, yeah, I mean, I think there was a flash being thrown out by the ramp player himself. He peeks through, sees 2 CDs, bam, easy kills for him. okay, Emmy. I was actually thinking of it being a bit quicker. Relax and Pleasant, they're actually going for this one. There is a smoke onto the side. I think Pleasant is gonna try to maybe defuse it, but yeah, at this point, Relax is just back away, buddy. It doesn't. You don't really have to take this one. And yes, they will back away. I think Letney is gonna be able to survive if he's quick enough. Yeah, I think he's gonna be able to survive, but yeah, Relaxa is also gonna be able to save the op. That is still not that bad for Red Reserve. Not that bad. And with Relaxa's op being saved, of course the M4s do come out for Red Reserve. As I said, you know, they still have money. And around like this, especially with those SMGs previously, we saw them racking up just kills left, right, and center. And the fact that those rounds have been relatively clean, well, Red Reserve, it goes to show they still have money. Hunter, though, he purchases the Mag 10, oddly enough. Not sure if he's anticipating an eco from the opponents, especially the fact that Nino could have actually dropped him an AK-47, make things a bit easy. Okay, Pleasant. That's a pretty good frag to take. Now Freddy Frog is actually alone here on the site. Looks like he doesn't even need backup. Just holding from bench, holding down mouse one. Freddy doing such a good job. Finally, the madness has ended. Now Emmy. It's not looking too bad for him, but this is looking pretty bad overall. Only 20 points of health. It's really gonna come down to for him getting the aim duels. Oh, that's pretty awkward. I'm not quite sure why DGL wasn't even expecting him to be somewhere behind the side. He was still expecting him to be somewhere towards bench. Not a very good spot to be holding from. Relaxed though. I don't know. Like, this is looking a bit more doable for Emmy at this point. He's gonna have to retrieve the bomb. Red Reserve players aren't even peeking at this point. They're playing the waiting game. I think Batten might. Yeah, he's not actually gonna go for the peek just yet. And Emmy's gonna try to position himself towards short. So Batten, yeah, looks like Batten is all he's gotta do right now is just wait. I don't think Emmy might actually expect it. Batten though, he's actually gonna go peering through. This is looking much more doable for Emmy. He's only 20 points of health, but Relaxa, he's only got the AWP and well. Let us see Relaxa. What's his approach? He's actually gonna try to peer on through. He gets the flick as well. Yes, Red Reserve is able to win the round, but what a nice try from Valiance's Emmy. He picks up 4 frags in that scenario. Absolutely insane. And you can't say that the remaining 2 Red Reserve players played that one poorly. They played that one actually pretty well. You know, they played that one pretty well, you could say. They were waiting. They were maybe expecting, well, it's very possible that Emmy might actually try to reposition himself. Like, being stuck there on the side, not a very good spot. So they waited. And so they waited about 10 or so seconds. And then they tried to go for the push. We saw, I do believe, Batten getting killed in the process. But you know, the man waited. He waited for the push to happen. He was expecting, well, I think the timing's about now. Boom, gets killed. But Red Reserve still able to win the round. Valiance. Oh, this is not good. That is not good. The mid players getting obliterated. Letney and Joxic out of the equation. And talk about important rounds. I mean, Valiance, thing is though, actually going for the full-on investment. A lot of this, I think, is going to rely on now Emmy's ability to entry on the B bomb site. If he's actually able to entry on B, the rest of the guys like Hunter and Nito would have such a better job. Let's see. Valiance. I think they're still wondering about their options, but the fact that Emmy, like I said, is still there in B apps, he's gonna have to try to be the one to get the frag. Batten, that's a very good flash on him, and so they go on peeking through, but it's a bit too late. Hunter taking his sweet time, and now Emmy, I mean, he was kind of close to doing it before, but today is not the day. 14-7 now. And the problem is for Valiance is that we saw an investment from their side, which means that at this round, at this very moment, they have to eco. There's no other way of putting it. Yes, they might actually force up here, buy a couple of those pistols, upgraded pistols, but that's about it. If they force up here, they're probably going to be having pistols again on the possibly last round of the game. So yeah, they're just going to rock pistols here. and then expect to accomplish something on possibly the last round of the game here. But what are they gonna do? I think a lot of this is maybe they're probably expecting maybe Red Reserve to be patient, try to go for the plays. DGL will be picking up frag plus as well. This at this point is looking like a good old-fashioned cleanup. Molotov and underpass. They have to back away. Pleasant spots out one. And this round is pretty much over. The two players, only the pistols for their side. I mean, it would have been maybe even nice to see for them just to go for a straight up push somewhere. Maybe that could have worked out, maybe. But not in a round like this. It's pretty much over for Valiance. They're not going to be able to backfoot at this point. From this point onward, they're going to need to win 8 rounds in a row to acquire overtime. And to do so, they're going to have to start winning gun rounds. Quite a lot of them to be exact. Because so far, they were only able to win that one round. That one gun round. On that second half. That's about it. It really came down to that successful push we saw on the A bomb. So just, I think they only had like a couple flashes being thrown out, and that worked out so perfectly. Red Reserve completely not being able to hold on to the side. But the rest of the guys, I mean, the rest of the guys from Red Reserve able to have just a solid defense on other parts of the map. Not here. We saw Pleasant actually push up underpass, which is bit awkward to see. Not quite sure why he actually go for that one, but hey. Oh, this is actually good. Valiance actually put up one player in window. There's no one holding window from Red Reserve. In fact, they're putting a lot of their eggs in that one basket. The basket being the A bomb set, and look at this, we actually saw Relaxa actually expecting already a similar play, and the timing is gonna be right. Hunter is gonna be able to kill Relaxa, but will he be able to get more? Oh no, he spots out 3, and he's gonna be able to get at least 2, and not the third one though, surprisingly, but that is already it. The damage has been done. Freddy's gonna get killed, and I mean, that's quite dissatisfying for Freddy, and I guess you could say Red Reserve in general, because he looks towards CT expecting someone to go for the wraparound. He doesn't see anyone, and then Hunter slowly but surely walks up towards CT, spots out one. Okay, he spots out one, goes a bit further, he sees a guy in shadow, he sees a guy in default, starts spraying through, and that is about it. They still have another go here. Overall, they still have another go here, Valiance. It's not the end just yet. They still have another opportunity to maybe try to close this one out. But like I said, closing this one out is not the easiest of journeys. Of course, before they're able to do anything at this point, it's really going to rely on their ability to frag here on the T side. If they're going to be able to frag on like we saw that round previously and have success like we saw Hunter have success, it may not be the end just yet. Except that Valiance, a round like this is going to be quite different from what we saw previously. We saw the flank there from one player being Hunter doing a massive job, but now we are saying the guys in connector, I think Red Reserve, they're definitely expecting some terrorists to be there in middle. And Pleasant, he's not going to be spawning out anyone just yet, but the flashes are raining in. Baden is in a pretty good spot, picks up one. Could actually go for more, but there's a Molotov down default. Relaxes, holding the site. And so Red Reserve doing a very good job with the defense. Hunter and Emmy are still alive here, but look at Emmy. He is in fact going to go for the hero blow again. And I think he's, yes, going to be successful at killing Relaxa. That is a good frag. But now Pleasant and Freddy is going to try to hold this one off, expecting a player to cross on the side, but Hunter's going to be planning it for default. So no player will be crossing onto the side just yet, and I think Hunter might actually even back away here. Pleasant though, he's still got to wait for his teammate though. Freddy's expecting someone to cross, but I think he's, yeah, now he's coming in. Now he's definitely coming in here. Emmy picks up the up, a pretty good weapon to be having when you're low on HP. And so, you're gonna try to commit here the Molotov. It doesn't force out Hunter, but finally it does. And so, Valiance, they're able to win this one. Okay, that was a good round. Again, a lot of this depends on the flanking player. We saw Emmy flank, kill, relax in that scenario. The rest of the guys just weren't able to do much. Okay then. So 15-9 isn't looking as bad as 15-7, right? The fact that Red Reserve is also on an eco means that probably Valiance is going to be getting their 10th round. So the possibility of overtime is looking much more doable at that point. That could definitely be the case, as now Red Reserve going for the sort of stack here on the A bomb site. There's no action here on B, as it is a stack. So now Valiance, at this point, yes, they're gonna plant the bomb, but Red Reserve, they're so far away from the action. So far away from the action that they're just not gonna be able to do anything. I must admit, I would definitely like to see someone like Hunter just try to run around with the Mac 10, try to get some frags here possibly. It's only with the Mac 10, possibly he's gonna die in the process, but that's still pretty good. The Lions, so they're actually gonna try to take the aim duels against the USP players, but like I said, money at this point doesn't really matter for Valiance. I mean, pretty much every single round for them is the last round, so yeah, I mean, money not that big of an issue. For Red Reserve, it definitely could be in the long run, you have to admit. Right now, on this sort of regulation time, if they're not able to win a round, they would have to eco again. If after that eco, they're not able to win a gun round yet again, they might have to eco again. So in general, we could be seeing maybe 2 or 3 gun rounds from Red Reserve in total. So that is pretty doable for Valiance to win. 3 gun rounds. Oh, this is an interesting setup from Red Reserve. The problem is, no one is defending the A bomb site, and so Red Reserve, they're gonna be going for the play here, and the fact that no one's defending here, Valiance, they're gonna be having an easy hold here, I would say. I think the flanking player, yes, we are seeing a flanking player from Red Reserve. That makes things a bit better for the CT side team, but it's still a 5 versus 5 on the retake. Definitely not that easy for Valiance. And already, yes, they're thinking about it. There's probably some flanking player or something happening at this point. Because Red Reserve, yes, they're taking their sweet time. Already, yes, he kills Emmy. He actually tried to position himself towards short, but that is pretty much a rip at this point. Valiance, well, they're going to be able to hold on through. They still have the utility. Why is no utility being used here? Red Reserve, they're crumbling here. What is happening here? Why is Red Reserve doing this to themselves? That was so weird to see. They could have simply... They had so many smokes that they could have smoked off T-Ramp. They could have smoked off apps. They could have thrown a smoke into the bomb. That would have made things a bit better, but not now, apparently. Wow, that's very weird. Some weird decision making from the Swedish team. Whew. Okay. And now the possibility, like I said, the possibility of the comeback. Red Reserve is probably going to be having 3 or so gun rounds on the CT side. And if they're not able to win one gun round after another, they might just have the eco. So for Valiance to reach 15-15 is looking very doable, you have to admit. It's truly looking pretty doable. A round like this, we haven't really seen Red Reserve actually try to push on these ecos. Like, pretty much, they've been holding sites, maybe even of doing a stack, but really not even pushing on the pistols. It's quite interesting to see because most teams, they will definitely try to go for any sort of push with the pistols, trying to catch their opponents off guard. But Valiance, they're not falling for the trap as well. I mean, even if a said push would happen, they're still holding the angles. They're ready for a similar play. It's just that, again, at Red Reserve, we saw some players on A side, but now they start to rotate away. I think it's because Pleasant hurt a guy here towards short. But that's the thing. It's not A. Sorry, it's not B. It is A. That is where the bomb is being planted. That is where Red Reserve, I think right now, yeah, definitely try to go for the retake. You have nothing to lose but to gain here. Oh, they kill a guy in window. That's pretty good. Red Reserve will definitely continue on with the push. Nino might actually get cut off. Yes, I think Freddy spots him out. Or does he? Freddy, oh no. Okay, let's see at the other guys from Red Reserve. They're going for the play here. Pleasant spots out one. No, now it's all down to Nino. Somehow Red Reserve is able to pull this one out of the hat. Maybe, or maybe no. Freddy, though, is now up against Nino. Gets in the tag through. And somehow Nino will be able to get that round for his team. As Red Reserve, they... I guess we could say they kind of screw up there. That was so weird. That was so weird to see. How did that happen? They had everything going for them, and Red Reserve just not able to win it. Oh boy. Also in a scenario where I think that was Freddy with the AWP. Like, if he's able to get the kill, not to leg it, I think he still has enough time to defuse the bomb. And oh boy, it's rounds like these that really tilt teams. It's rounds like that that really tilt some CT teams. All right, Pleasant though, yeah. I mean, that's a good start. Yes, he kills a player, not just any player. He kills Hunter. Thus making the round very doable at this point. Letney also dropping dead. Amy with a refrag, and I think at this point, Valiance is probably gonna continue on with the push onto A. But there's Relaxa. Somehow they're not catching that frag. Nino on apps. He's gonna try to peek on through. I think he might. And as he does, oh, there you go. He knows there's definitely a guy in CT. I think, yes, Emmy, he's gonna try to go for the play. Not successful. I think this is the first time ever with the flank. Finally gets cut off, and now Red Reserve. Yes, they're gonna win this round. They may not have won the previous one, but they're definitely able to win this one in quite convincing fashion. 16-12 is the scoreline. That is about it for this best of one. Definitely stay tuned in for the second one, as we're still gonna be having quite a lot of exciting Counter-Strike here at the Bets.net Challenger Series.